Namaskar. Let's address a question that happens quite often in the course of a year or a month. I may run into some kind of a question like this, and that would be, who would take an online yoga course? Well, most of the people that we work with, for example, are already yoga teachers. But that doesn't mean that we don't get teachers who, or we should say, someone who's aspiring to be a teacher, and different ones are in different circumstances. But one of the first reasons why someone might take an online yoga course to become a teacher would be to also get the CECs. So they're looking for continuing education credits. And the other thing is, what they're doing is they're enhancing their knowledge. Maybe, for example, they've decided to work with children, or work in prenatal, or work restorative. Maybe they came from a restorative background and they want to know something about power. So all of these reasons, that's why people take courses for continuing education. The other thing is that we work with schools. So sometimes what happens is you have a teacher who has a couple of students. What she wants to do is have them trained, and so then that's when we send out the courses. It could be a couple of students, and I would have to say, to my best recollection, the largest number we've sent out was a dozen. So you have schools that are using our format, or that are using an online format, and we may ship things to them, or they may take it digitally, whatever, however it works and however it suits them, because nowadays there's a lot more technology than there was even 10 years ago for learning new skills. The other thing is, as I mentioned, some students, they have a particular teacher that they work with. So that particular teacher, you have this mentoring relationship going on. And what they've done is, at the same time, the teacher has contacted us to send a course for the student, and the teacher works with the student, and we have the mentoring. And what happens is we are on the outside certifying what comes to be the final product. There's another reason, and that could be, for example, we ship everywhere around the world. So what happens is, when you get people who are in island countries, or who are way out in the woods or in the jungle, they're in a remote location, and what they need is they need some help as far as learning some new skills. And so that's where we come in. Lastly, we have to think about responsibilities of teaching. And that is, sometimes you have a person who they want to enhance their knowledge, and you have another person who has knowledge as a student and wants to enhance their knowledge as a teacher. Now, there's responsibilities at home too. There's responsibilities as far as holding on to a job. Maybe your job doesn't like the idea of you taking a week off or a month off for some intensive training. So with all that said, what we have is, each person has their own responsibilities. If I'm an existing teacher right now, I may have some responsibilities to my students to address their needs. If I'm a student, but I want to enhance my knowledge enough to teach, I also have to address my personal responsibilities with my family, my job, and whoever else is around. So those are a number of reasons. We run into a lot of different reasons. And as far as it goes with working with people, it seems like we've worked with people in every part of the earth. So online yoga, it's really here to stay. With all that said, I want to wish you farewell. Om Shanti.